even while back home, being a politician back home, is that you know we even the young ones are more dangerous
How so?
right now because the few elites who understand development are towing the lines of the older generation who've established corruption as an institution in Africa. Now the elites, what they are particular about is amassing wealth and intimidating people with wealth. You see young people trying to become politicians or get to power just to amass wealth. That's very wrong. The purpose of politics is to help, is to serve, right? Like I tell people back home, there's this we say, politics is dirty, a dirty game. But I tell people politics is a noble game. It's supposed to be noble for people who are noble. Although politics comes in different form, in different shape. But if the intent is to serve, at least it is better. But that's the problem I see in Africa. Many people don't want to get there and serve. They just want to get there, amass wealth, and For example, in my country, if you are a politician in Nigeria and you don't steal money by the time you are leaving your position, when you get home, your family will detest you. They will fight you. Your friends will call you all sort of names that you are dumb, you are not sharp, and you are like, why would that happen? And that's to tell you you know, what we've been facing as people in Africa, and that's why it is hard to even start this kind of conversation.
Yeah, I've
You know, just let me say this. Now, I sat down and I was thinking, in Africa we have gold,
yeah, we do.
we have diamond,
Yeah, we do.
we have oil,
A lot.
and we have sharp people, very smart
Yeah,
human resources.
yeah.
Do you still wonder why they call us poor? Africa is poor.
I mean, I don't call us poor.
But that is that's that
That's the
is that is
reality.
the
Yeah,
tag.
yeah.
They say poor Africa is poor. We are poor people. But no, because our elites have I mean have collided with the foreigners, the Europeans, to steal our resources, take it to the Europe, you know, and say we are poor and they are stealing our. So it's not as if we are poor. We are very rich. We can use our resources to develop our country, but we don't think we can do that because of our stealing mentality. We are comfortable stealing all our resources from Africa, bringing them here. I can tell you how many Nigerian politicians have houses in this New York, big, big houses. Recently, a politician or a leader from Cote d'Ivoire, is it Cote d'Ivoire,
Yeah, Cote d'Ivoire.
was harassed here in US. These things are happening.
Oh yeah, I've seen a clip online where they were walking around filming the African, you know, from the UN who's been shopping.
Exactly.
They
So
spend a
this
lot
is
of
the
money.
this is the problem. You leave Africa. You are coming here for a meeting. You are staying in a hotel, $18,000 per day, $10,000 per day, $5,000 per day, and you are coming with entourage of like 60 people. Who's paying for all this?
Us.
So this is the problem we have in Africa. It's not as if we have, you know, until we start, demanding accountability from our people and trying to look inward to ourselves to see how we can use our resources to develop our country, we will still have these issues. So trying to, we have Africans in diaspora, for example. Africans in diaspora is not only the US.
Yeah, yeah,
Diaspora cuts across every other continent that is not Africa.
yeah.
What are they doing? I've had opportunity of, attending one diaspora meeting here, and pardon me, it was a mess. No directions, no clear, no clear plan. And I'm like, I can't belong to such sitting because what is happening is, playing out scripts, playing scripts written by Africans. And you hear them say they want to go to Nigeria, they are doing some business, I'm like, this is not what we are supposed to be doing at this time in point. What are we supposed to be doing with our young people? What are we supposed to be doing with, ensuring that people who are leaving the continent are not leaving? I didn't want to come here in the first place. I had a very good job in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I was living fine. I had everything until the president of my country passed a law criminalizing the work I do.
Oh,
You know, and I have to come here. A lot of people didn't just want to come to America. They come to America, you know, against their will. You know, maybe political reasons, natural disaster, or just their opinion, or they belong to a group, you know, and they are here. So how do we ensure that what is making people leave Africa is not happening? That's what we need to be talking about here to ensure that okay, we are making sure what is making people leave is not happening, because a lot of our young people are coming here. Check it out, from 20 to 35 are trooping to US, Europe,
yeah.
and they are going to these countries to develop them. We are leaving our country, you know. So this is a very big problem.
Yeah, but also, I don't know. I think right now, most of the politicians, whether it be Africa, Europe, or US, like I've seen in my country, some politicians like you would see people would accuse them of stealing and all kind of stuff, but they will still nominate them.
Yeah.
Right. Here too, it's the same. Like even right now, you look at the administration, it's like people that they've been called racist and all sort of names, but they still get nominated. So I feel like right now it's not just Africa, but it's like the game right now. Like everybody's playing dirty. But I do acknowledge the fact that we do have those people. We do have these issues back home. And in terms of like African getting together, I think it takes experience for us to like really be able to, do certain things. Like in my in the Burkina community, or some communities here, we like to say, oh, Senegalese and Nigerians, they have a better community than us. But most of the time, the reason why we say that is because when you look at Senegalese or Nigerians, they've been out a bit longer than a lot of community. So of course they would have a better organization, than us. But it don't. I'm not saying theirs is the best,
Yeah.
right? But I'm just saying is, they might have
At least a model.
yeah, they might, because you go through stuff, you get experience, you fail at certain stuff. You're like, okay, now to do this, because if even right now you check the schools, you will see a lot of Ghana, Nigeria, students in there, doing great.
Yeah.
So, and that's with time and knowledge, because the parents, they've been here for a minute, they know how to do certain things.
Yeah.
I feel like with experience and with people like you, who, because the good thing about what you do here is you've been doing it back home. So it's kind of like what you're doing, right? Like for someone who doesn't know anything about organizing and all this, and start to do it, and especially like with ego, it's gonna be hard, because you gonna like someone like you gonna walk in and be like, no, bro, this is not how you do it, my brother. And the person is gonna say, no, that's how I do my things. And when ego kicks in, it's different.
Yeah.
So I feel like with people like you, and with community, with organization like yours, if we do join it,
Yeah.
we might do something greater than what we've done so far. So you here as a refugee, right?
Yeah, I came here to seek asylum as an asylee. Yeah.
So what went down back home, or you're not allowed to talk about it?
No, of course. Why? I can talk about it. It's not something new. I mean, it's all over. It's all over in the internet. So as a community organizer and